Hi everybody, Rabbanit Bracha here, sharing a thought before Shabbat. We will be reading Parashat Vayigash. In this parasha, Joseph, who has been leading on his brothers and giving them a run for their money in order to see if they have changed in their outlook, in their feelings towards family, and that family should be together and take care of each other, reveals himself to the brothers. And he ends up sending them back to Canaan to bring their father Jacob, down to Egypt. And that's where the family will truly be reunited. When he sends them on their way, the last instruction he gives them feels a little bit odd. In chapter 45, Memhe, Pasuk Kaf Daled, verse 24, he says, Vayishalach et Echav, and he sent his brothers, Vayelechu, and they went. Vayomer alehem, and he said to them, Al tirgezu badarech. Do not get angry or quarrel along the way. And yes, the instruction is clear, but it's an odd instruction. Why did he think that they would quarrel? What was he thinking when he said that? I want to offer a few ideas. One of them in particular being very close to my heart. The first is Ibn Ezra, who says, do not be angry with each other for selling me into slavery. I can imagine that given the whole long story and what happened with the brothers and the brother being put into prison and bringing Benjamin and then hiding the goblet and discovering it, the whole journey of the brothers started when they sold Yosef into slavery. And he says, do not quarrel about this along the way. Do not be angry with each other. Yosef had actually told them, do not be angry because this all was Yad Hashem. This all came from God. God orchestrated all the events in order for me to be here when there was a famine, for you to have food, and then to reunite the family. Rabbi Yosef Bechor Shor says, a little bit differently, do not fear anybody on the way. It was an instruction of comfort. Now that your relationship to me, Joseph, second only to Pharaoh, is known, nobody will lift a finger against you. And the Ho'il Moshe says, actually, Yosef was blessing his brothers. Al tirgezu. There shouldn't be any reason, and it should be God's will, that no difficulties surprise you or make you upset along the way home, and that you return peacefully to Canaan. I want to offer a Hasidic interpretation from a Hasidic master, a Polish Hasidic master from the 18th century, whose name is Rabbi Yechezkel Mikajmir. And he says like this, Al tirgezu, do not get upset, do not be angry, do not quarrel. If somebody has a different derech, a different path, a different journey, a different way to serve God than you do, you should not be upset with them. You should not chide them. You should not quarrel with them. This is something for us to take into our own lives. And why does this feel so precious and important to me? In my own family, there are people who don't follow what we call the derech, the only path of being observant and serving God. Some of them don't believe in God. Some of them serve God in their own way by being good people. But saying this term, really, I bristle against it. Saying that person is off the derech. Because that means they're off the only way that there is to serve God and move in this world. So what I say is they chose another derech. They chose a different way of serving God. And that can be true within observing of God, within observing mitzvot. And that can be true for people who do not, who choose not to. I invite everybody to think about our words, to think about how we can be respectful, loving, and non-judgmental of the way other people serve God, and think about how our words may impact them. Again, instead of off the derech, let us choose to say they chose another derech. Wishing you a Shabbat Shalom.